Graduation ceremony for Rosedale Technical College, right? Yeah. We were Rosedale Technical Institute for 65 years, and just this past month, we were able to legally change our name to college. So this is the first group of college graduates in Rosedale. I'm thrilled. Just in case you're wondering, the reason is because we're a non-profit school and we award degrees, and those are the two main criteria. And it's exciting for us. We've been doing a lot of new things with that name, but mostly we're happy because it kind of affords you guys the respect you deserve for all the work and hard efforts you put into your studies. So I'm just happy for you. So anyway, before I start my speech, I have one question for you. The question is, why are you here? Sorry, that's the wrong speech. You remember I did that at orientation when you first started. I got to go to my ending speech now. Okay. No, I have a question for you. My question is, does anybody know who Will Rogers is? Will Rogers? No, Dave, no, not the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That's a different Will altogether. Yeah, Will Rogers. So I picked on Dave because we have 5 employees named Dave, and they don't know who I'm talking about. So I can talk about Dave all night. So Will Rogers said something once, and I want to talk about what he said. Now, he actually said a lot of things. He wrote 6 books, 4,000 newspaper columns. He was a radio personality, a movie star, a political commentator, a very interesting guy. He dropped out of school in 10th grade to become a cowboy. Okay? I don't know what his guidance counselor thought about that career choice, but it probably gave him something interesting to talk about at the bar with the girls, right? I can just imagine. Oh, hi, Will. Nice hat. What do you do? Well, little lady, I'm a cowboy. Oh, that's interesting. Are you good with the last one? I better stop there. So Will Rogers said a lot of interesting things. I actually encourage you to look it up. One of the things he said that I want to talk about tonight, and I'm going to read this so I can get it right. It isn't what we don't know that gives us trouble. It's what we know for sure that just ain't so. So it isn't what we don't know that gets us in trouble. It's what we know for sure that just isn't so. I don't know about you guys, but that hits home to me many times in my life. Something I know for sure, and I find out later, no, that's not it. I'll give you an example. So until recently I became the father of a teenage girl. Until that happened, I thought it was pretty cool. It just ain't so. Also, I thought, one time I thought if I lose 100 pounds and get in shape, grow a little straggly beard, I could be a good-looking guy. Wrong again. Here's another example. So, once upon a time, there was a rock and roll band named Van Halen. You may have heard of them, I don't know. Yeah, they're still around, I know, but I wanted to say once upon a time. So, a long time ago, they were very, very popular. They were one of the biggest bands in the world. And I remember they were going on tour. Rock bands, or all bands, when they go on tour, when they go to a concert venue, they have a contract full of things that need to happen for their show, right? It's stipulations, or they're called riders. So they give this contract, and the concert promoter has to come through and everything the band demands for them to go on the show. And I remember the story came out back in the 80s about Van Halen on tour, and one of their contract riders was that they had to have a giant bowl of M&Ms in the dressing room with no brown M&Ms in it at all. Right? So the concert promoter had to go pick out all the brown M&Ms and leave whatever other colors are there in the bowl. And I don't know about you, I heard that story and I think, geez, what a group of pompous rock and roll prima donnas. I mean, you're going to make these promoters jump through hoops, and, well, for what? I mean, brown M&Ms, I don't understand that, right? So for 30 years, I thought Van Halen, geez, a bunch of prima donnas, pompous jerks, making people jump through hoops because they have the power, right? And then, this past year, during the summer, I read a newspaper article that had an interview with David Lee Roth, who is the lead singer, or was the lead singer of Van Halen. And so in the interview, he went on to explain what was that all about. So by that time, they were putting on these extravagant, complex, crazy stage shows with fireworks and fire and lights and smoke and scaffolding and all this power, electrical cords everywhere. And they knew that if something wasn't set up right, someone could get seriously hurt. Someone from the band, someone from their crew get electrocuted or fall off the scaffolding work. So they had to make sure that everything was set up properly. So they figured, well, how are we going to make sure? We're going to be going through 80 cities this year. How are we going to make sure that 80 times everything gets set up properly? How can we be sure that they're actually following our instructions? Because besides the M&Ms, they had instructions on how to set up the stage, right, in the riders. So they devised this plan. It was a test. They figured, okay, we walk into the dressing room and there's a big bowl of M&Ms with no gone M&Ms. That means this concert promoter read the whole story, read the whole contract, start to finish, followed everything to a T, didn't question, just did it, and did it right. They thought, well, okay, we can be pretty sure that it's set up properly, right? If there's no M&Ms or if there's brown M&Ms in the bowl, they're going to take their crew and go check every piece of the rigging because they don't want anybody to get hurt. Wow, right? I mean, so for 30 years, something I thought they were prima donnas. It just ain't so. It was an interesting little test that they did to test the promoter. So it's one of those things that kind of comes out of nowhere and you just realize that you're wrong. Now, there are a lot of people in this world that think that the only path to success, and they know for sure that the only path to success is a 4-year degree, right? We know that ain't so. And so we're out there every day trying to convince everybody that it ain't so. And we have friends out there. It's hard. It's hard, and you guys are not with us, right? You're in that same mode. You're going to be out there evangelizing the value of career education and 2-year degrees. But we do have friends out there. One of those friends is here with us tonight. Allegheny County Executive Rich Fitzgerald. He's been to Rosedale. He knows what we do. He knows and respects what we do, what you guys do for a living every day. He's one of those rare politicians. You don't find many. He's got common sense. I'm thrilled that he has gotten to know us, he's been to the school, and he's been a big supporter of what we do. And I don't know if you guys realize the Allegheny County Executive role, that position, it's one of the most powerful positions in the state of Pennsylvania. I don't want to embarrass you, Rich, but that's true. I mean, there's the governor, and then there's Rich, and there's the mayor of Philadelphia, there's some cabinet positions, the senators, I guess, but he is a very important guy, and I'm just thrilled that he was able to make time in his schedule to be with us tonight. Please welcome to the stage Allegheny County Executive Rich Fitzgerald.
Wow, that was more of a build-up than I wanted, but that was good. Where are those brown M&Ms? I do like brown M&Ms. No, it was good. First of all, congratulations to all of you. Mr. Wilke's right. There are many paths to success, and 4-year universities, 4-year colleges, degrees, and whatever you might have heard from your high school guidance counselors. Hopefully, they did tell you that there are different paths to success, and you've certainly chosen a good one. I'm sure, and I don't know the numbers, but I am sure just about every graduate is either found a job or is about to find a job. Because as I look at the 88 graduates and the degrees that you have, there is a need for every one of them. And what you have done is you've invested in the most important and the best thing you could invest in, and that is in yourself. Both financially and with your time. And really what you've done is you set yourself on a path to have a good career, to be able to take care of yourself and your families. And that's so important, because one of the things that we do here in Pittsburgh, and one of the things we do here in this region, is we work. We work hard. And I think it's so evident when I go around to different places, and when I did come to the school and watch your instructors and the great work that they do, and quite frankly, the enthusiasm that your instructors have for you to make sure that you succeed. They are, I watched them and I watched what they were doing. I think they were as much invested in you succeeding as you were yourself, and that's important. So that teamwork and that working together is really something that it's just endemic in this region. It's in our DNA in Pittsburgh. It's what we do. You know, we kind of had a rough week sports-wise. We're big sports fans, and we're, you know, but, you know, the Pirates wasn't so good the other night. But you know what happened the next day? Everybody got up and went to work. It was incredible. They weren't happy about going to work that day, but everybody was working. Everybody went out and was doing their thing. And when I see the degrees and I see the hard work of what people do here in this region, it just makes you proud. And I can tell you, as county executive, you know, I'm going to continue to do everything I can do to continue to promote the kind of jobs that you got. And I know the industry, the gas industry, the shale industry, has provided an awful lot of opportunities for the drivers, the truck drivers here tonight. And then the people that fix those trucks, the diesel degrees that you got tonight. So there's a lot of opportunities that's going to last for a good long time. Because the one thing we've done in this region is we're keeping people here. You know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you would have probably had to move to a different city to find these kind of opportunities. You'd have had to move to Charlotte, or you'd have had to move to Atlanta or Indianapolis. But right now, those folks are coming here because of the opportunities. And one thing that, as far as the path to success, there's lots of paths to success, but the best path to success is hard work. And that's what you've set yourself up to do. You've worked hard to earn this degree tonight, to be the first college graduates from Rosedale Technical College. That's something to be very, very proud of. And now you're going to go out and you're going to make your mark in your field. And that's something, again, that we are certainly proud of in the county. We're certainly proud of in this region. And we know you're going to do great things and do great things for this region. So congratulations, Mr. Wilke, and all the instructors, and all the students, and all the families who supported these students. Thank you.
That's cool.